All right, raise up your child or Satan will. This is Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. I heard many testimonies of, they grew up in a Christian home, they were Christians, and then they leave and they come back later. Then you see 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Well, lions always go after the young, the weak, and the old. And you see this with the schools. They're trying to teach them that there are more than two genders, and that a man could become a woman and a woman could become a man, and, teach them about sex at 4 years old. You know why? I read a memo about it, how they're trying to, I forgot who it was. I don't know. I remember watching it, a video about it, and talked about the memo about they're trying to teach them as young as possible before the parents teach them their beliefs. They want to teach their beliefs before the parents can, and that was the whole point of school. School was never about learning. It was always about indoctrination. You see this with Hitler. What did he do? He taught the kids about evolution, and we are the strongest race. You're seeing it now. They're trying to teach your kids everything that goes against God. Everything that goes against God. There's more than two genders. Really, why is it that these people always try to date the same gender or try to become the other gender? You know that? They never try to become anything else. And if they do, it's very rare. It's very, I heard people trying to become aliens and vampires. It's very rare. Most of them always trying to become the opposite gender or date, their gender or the opposite gender, which shows you that there's only two genders, And they always try to act, these women try to act like men. They try to walk like them. They try to talk them. Same, vice versa too. These women, these men try to act like women. They try to walk like them. They try to talk like them. Why are you trying to be the opposite gender if there's more than one gender? Why aren't you just, because they know. They're just lying. And then they're trying to mess up your kids, man. They are trying to mess up your kids. Why isn't this is child abuse, and they are trying to, and if you say anything about it, they are going to ban you. Look, the left controls all the schools, they control the colleges, they control media, they control social media. Why? They're trying to influence your thoughts. They don't want you to believe in God. It's so funny how they believe in evolution and they don't believe in God, yet all they ever do is talk crap about God. If you don't believe in him, why are you talking about him? They believe in him. They just believe in Satan's the God, and they hate the Christian God. They hate Jesus Christ. That's why they're always going after us. I was just watching, the Muslims, the atheists, and the LBG. They are always going after who? The Christians. It's always the Christians. They never go after each other. They never go after other, you got Muslims killing gays, but, there's no mention of that. There's no mention of that, Where was, what's her name? Taylor Swift's song, right? She only went after the Christians. Why didn't she go after the Muslims? Because they are working together to take out the Christians. That's all. That's what evil people do. They always work together to take out the good, and who is the good is the Christians. And brainwashing works. You want to see, look at the colleges. Look at they're grown adults, and they are brainwashed. They can't think for themselves. They're just following whatever they're being taught. It shows you brainwashing works. It's so, like, the perfect example is colleges. Look at them kids. There's a reason why they dumbed us down. School actually used to teach about God, and they actually try to teach you knowledge. Now they just try to teach you what to think. I remember watching stuff about how they will ask questions, and they will only give you two possibilities, and there's never no third one. They never want you to think critically. They want you to think what they think. That's the whole point of schools. And they're trying to go after your young in every single way possible. Satan doesn't go just one way. He's trying to attack you spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, with money. He's attacking you every single way possible. And he's doing this. He's trying to attack the kids every way possible. He's doing it through the schools. He's doing it through entertainment, movies, games, TV shows. You name it. That's why you see Arthur, they're trying to put same-sex couples on there. Why are you trying to do that to a young kid? He don't need to know about that. They're always trying to put these gay people on these shows because they're trying to influence it. They're trying to make it normal. This is what happened. That's why there was a time where people would get married, move in, have sex. Now, what do? They have sex before everything. And what happened because of that? We got all these abortions and all these things. What caused that? It was entertainment. They started hey, you know, they started putting these beautiful people on, so now you had a wandering eye. And then they started, you know, the people in the movies, they started cheating around, so they tried to make it normal. They started lying, they started doing these things. And then they started sleeping around, and they show a little bit, and then they kept getting deeper, and they show more boobs, and they show more butts, and they show more sexualized things, to the point where now you have sex everywhere. You can't even, I don't even watch, I go on YouTube trending, and you see these music videos, and they got people out there like they're freaking porn stars, you know. Look at Comic-Con. Look at all these people cosplaying, and they look like a bunch of hookers. That's not a coincidence. They are trying to sexualize that. You know, it talks about Babylon. It says one of the reasons Babylon gets destroyed is because of fornication. We cause the whole world to fornicate. America influences the world. Everything we have, everything we touch has sex, sex, sex in it. And look at how look at the world is. Everything's about sex. They don't care, you know, about nothing else. It's all about sex. It's all about that pleasure, you know. So I just wanted to put this out there, you know, raise your kids, teach them right from wrong, teach them about Jesus Christ, teach them about the power. You know, the Bible talks about how, you know, in order to enter heaven, you have to be a child. Why? Because a child will believe. You know, it's so sad because, you know, Christmas, what does people teach? Oh, they teach them about Santa, you know, Satan. You look at the synonyms for Santa, and you look up in Santa Claus, it stands for Satan and Lucas, which are two names for Satan. You know, it's the powers of God. He's omnipresent. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. You know, he judges the kids if they're good or bad. He judges. You know, what do the kids do? They worship him. What do the parents do? They teach them a lie. Exactly what Satan is, a lie. So they lie to him and say, you know, Santa Claus got you the presents. So they're doing the work of Satan by lying to these kids. But not only that, the biggest thing is they're taking away their belief. Because then they're going to find out, oh, it's fake and this and that. They don't ever teach them about Jesus Christ. They don't teach them about his power, how he healed the sick, he raised the dead, and he multiplied food. They don't never teach them. Because if you teach a kid that, they will believe it. And I'm telling you, they will go out there and they will do it. They're not going to sit there and say, you know, you teach a kid young and you tell him that he could heal people. He's not going to go out there doubting. He's going to go out there, when he sees somebody sick, he's going to say, let me go pray for him. And it's going to work because God will answer those calls. Especially the more you believe, the more power the prayer. He even talks about it. If you had the true, you know, if you have faith, you'll be able to move this mountain. You could say move the mountain. You can move a mountain if you had faith, you know. And kids have so much faith, and what do? They teach them about sin and all these lies, and they destroy their faith. They lie to them, you know, destroy the trust in the parent. It's so evil. Guys, raise up your kids, man. Teach them about Jesus Christ. Teach them about the power. Teach them about the Holy Spirit. Teach them that they can do anything. Read the Bible. Say it to them. Pray with them. You know, let them listen to worship music. I'm telling you, man, you raise up that kid. You feel the love of Jesus Christ. You will not leave from it. It is that simple. You see Jesus Christ face to face. You will not leave from it. I mean, those kids are going to go out there and they're going to preach louder than the adults. You know, I heard of many people talking about how they teach their kids about Jesus Christ, and they're going everywhere. You know, and especially in school, they're teaching all their friends, oh, Jesus Christ is this, Jesus Christ, because they believe. So raise up your kids, or Satan will. He will raise them. And you know, that's another thing. Look at all these parents. You know, they raise their kids, and you know, oh, my kid is in the world, and my kid is this and that and this and that. I can guarantee you they never taught them about the Bible. If they did, they just went to church once a week for an hour. That's it. Yet they let them watch TV, movies, games for like 8 hours a day. So the devil's with them for 8 hours. You got God with them for 1 hour a week. What did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? You actually think that kid was going to come out and be a disciple of God if you're teaching them the things of the devil, you know? So God bless you guys. Hope this helps you.